thought I'd give you a bit of a quick fire update on some of the autumn chickpea sowing plots. They're looking very different to when we last filmed. I thought you might be interested to see how they're looking now. So this is the PBA seamer plot I was standing at in the last video. You can see it's got pods on it now. They're not big. Some of them are just getting started there. If you look over here, this one's got a few more pods on it, just starting to come in, but it's still vigorously flowering. And if we didn't want to spray it out, I imagine this would keep going for a little bit longer. But with a cold front starting to come through later this week, I'd say that'll be the end of the podding period for this trial. This one here is PBA Drummond. Very tall, very bushy, very vigorous. 20 points if you can spot the ASCO in amongst the plot as well, just starting to come in. But you can see a lot later in the field than Hat-Trick, which is surprising. It's quite different to how it looks in winter. PBA Drummond's a new cultivar suited for the north. It's a really wonderful one produced by Christy Hobson and the team, but it's very interesting to see how differently it performs in this autumn period compared to how it would perform in winter. Next on the list of cultivars to show you is PBA Hat-Trick. That's this one here. A little bit shorter than the Drummond plot, although I think part of that's reflective of where it is in the field. Similar stage of development today, but about a week ago this didn't have any flowers on it at all. So it's just taken off. It's decided, right, I'm flowering now, and it's going for it. Doesn't seem to have photoperiod sensitivity as such. It just took a bit of time to get to its flowering period. But like I said, with a cold front coming through, this one's going to miss the boat. Just to finish off our update, I turned the camera around so I can show you the last couple of genotypes you might find interesting. So I'm standing right next to that PBA Hat-Trick plot I just showed you, and then compare it to this plot here. So this has been podding for several weeks now, full of pods right down into the canopy. You can see it also over here, again compared to PBA Hat-Trick, which has no pods on it at all. And you can also see in here some of where the plant is starting, for whatever reason, to senesce. Disease, it shouldn't be lack of water, but it is starting to senesce on its own. But it's very encouraging to see these sorts of things happen. And this is from a cross created by ACPFG from one of their students over there, looking at Rapali crossed with Genesis 836. Then similarly, I think I showed some of these other plots in the previous video. So this one, that one and that one are all Sonali crossed with PBA Slasher, but a very, very early selection of it. Just bend in there so you can see they've got lots of pods on them. And the most exciting and encouraging thing is when I reach in there, you might not be able to hear it on the video, but I can hear those pods rattling, which means some of those seeds are getting ready to go, which is very exciting. I'm just walking back to this one because this is actually a cross between Hat-Trick and Sonali. So this is an F6 generation plot that should be a very interesting one to look at for this particular system. This particular example didn't have very good establishment, but we're going to keep working on it and see if we can test it again this time next year.